Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and the patch notes for the Echo update have landed. They are extremely short, and I feel blessed to have woken up at 6:30 in the morning to read them. And it's funny, I didn't know this was going to happen, but the patch note length is directly or inversely proportional to how much rage I feel. So let's get into it, shall we? Here are the patch notes, guys. Tonight at 9 p.m., or not 9 p.m., 7 p.m. Pacific, which is 10 p.m. Eastern. We're going to get rolling patches, so there's no maintenance. And then we're going to get one new character named Echo, who is, for whatever reason, a blast type. And then we're going to get an artifact for Echo. And then we're going to get a bunch of packs in the store like we usually do. That's it. That's the patch notes. I'm not sure what the joke is here. We're a few months early, according to my watch and my calendar, for April Fools. Yeah, it's funny. The devs had the audacity, not the devs, but whoever wrote the patch notes had the audacity to put people's names like Kingpin and Daredevil into the patch notes. Wow, in 3 words, they mentioned more characters than exist in the patch notes themselves. That's wild. So basically, if you watched yesterday's video, well, actually, I should say, if you didn't watch yesterday's video, let me summarize it for you. Not everybody knows who Echo is. Not a very popular character or very well-known character. However, she's been in the comics for like 20 years. And hopefully, the update will have more than just Echo. And hopefully, Echo won't be tier 2 only. And hopefully, well, here's where all those hopefullys got me. Not very far. The update's barren. Barren is generous, and this is one of the worst updates I've ever seen in Marvel Future Fight, mainly because there's just so many reasons why. Okay, the update is just way too small. That's the first reason. Second reason is it has no relation to the rest of the update. At least Emma Frost had the Hellfire Gala relationship to Colossus, Mr. Sinister, and Betsy. This has no relationship to the Infinity Watch and Ultron. Zero relationship. So yeah, you know, as much as I'm proud of myself for knowing that, or for figuring out, whatever you want to say, that this was probably meant to land in October with Wolverine, Hyperion, and Captain America's Enter the Phoenix uniforms, they should have packaged this with a more substantial update. They made a mistake, and they're definitely going to see it. Listen, Marvel Future Fight doesn't make that much money, so I don't really know where I'm going with this video. There's so many different avenues that I want to go down and piss into. But basically, the game doesn't make that much money. Maybe it makes a good amount of money relative to the dev cost and sort of, you know, the salaries, whatever. But the game doesn't make that much money, so I don't even want to say something like, oh, they're going to see this on their Q1 returns for Marvel Future Fight, because January's update was sleep, and now February's second update is sleep. Because the game, like I said, the game doesn't make that much money, so I don't think they're really worried about that. But man, come on, like there's phoning it in, and then there's phoning it in, and this is seriously phoning it in. It's just annoying. I'm just annoyed. Okay, let's actually talk about the character for a few minutes here, Alex. Okay, let's take a look here. She's Blast, which painfully makes sense for the Phoenix Force. Most other Phoenix Force hosts in the game are Blast type, but not all of them are. And thankfully, they never changed Cap, Hyperion, or Wolverine's typing, because that would have been a massive trigger fest. But yeah, she's Blast. I mean, if she ever gets a uniform to go to like the Disney Plus Hawkeye version of Echo, she'll turn into a speed or a combat type, most likely, because the Maya Lopez in the show just uses her fists and knives and a gun if you're a Kingpin, but she doesn't actually use cosmic fire energy. Now, right there's another problem, because this is her most powerful form, is the Phoenix host. So you're gonna depower her. You're gonna take powers away: telepathy, cosmic flight, cosmic fire generation. You're taking away powers to make her stronger with a uniform. Again, does this make sense to you? No, right? So obviously there was a little bit of a lack of this when the devs were doing this to make the lines of code for this, right? You feel me here? Yeah, the devs are a few clowns short of a circus these days. Okay, so her leadership gives all allies 60% fire damage. That's good. It's less good than Red Hulk or Red She-Hulk or Satana when you consider all of the buffs that those characters provide, but it's not bad. And then her tier 2 passive applies all allies. Her tier 2 passive gives all allies fire resistance and another 15% elemental damage. That actually, when you combine the leadership with the passive, that does make her better than Satana and Red Hulk. Not Red She-Hulk, but Red Hulk and Satana. However, for those of you in the background getting excited, oh man, 25% fire resist, that's like, that's more than a striker's worth for Mephisto. She'll be a good support for Mephisto. No, she won't, because you can't tier 3 her or transcend her, because the devs are, you know, clowns these days. So yeah, there's that. Whoop-de-doo. And then her tier 2 passive is nice for her as a tier 2 character. I don't really know what more to say about that, but guaranteed dodge, skill damage, bonus damage, and a 4% heal a la Icarus. So yeah, very few Blast characters have passive heals like this. I think she might be the only other one besides Rescue, so that's actually really nice. She'll have to have pretty decent HP, but anyways. And then her skills. Again, I don't know where you're going to use her because she's only tier 2. I have to stress that here. But she'll be a good leadership for those of you that care, and she'll be a cool character for those of you that like her, which is important. But honestly, I don't have the patience right now to focus on that. She has an accumulation, which gives her 0.6% attack. It's 10 seconds, which is a long duration. It's very good, and it's a 15-second cooldown, so you can keep that up indefinitely. She also has burn and silence on one skill, which is very meta for ABX, but let's get real. There's no way in hell that a tier 2 Blast character is going to be meta for ABX when you have characters like Mephisto, Moonstone, I mean even Sharon Rogers, Cable. There's way better options. Not to mention, but I'm going to mention it, that Blast types are historically the worst for, not the worst, well, combat types are probably the worst, but there's just no, there are zero restrictions for Blast hero females. That's the first thing that's always been true about ABX. There's Blast male hero, which has always been filled by Cable, and then there's Blast villain, but there's no Blast hero female. That's why Sharon Rogers, despite being insanely good for every other piece of PvE content, has never been meta for ABX. So this combination of typing has never been good, right? Has never been needed. Now, I was originally excited when I saw that Echo was coming into the game because I was thinking, oh man, new combat female hero. Despite getting Sif recently and then Valkyrie earlier than that, we still need more combat female heroes. So I was like, yo, this is a perfect opportunity. You could have made her premium. You could have made more money. Okay, you don't like money. That's fine. And then her 5th skill gives her 6 seconds of invincibility with a frenzy buff. So she's got some decent skills. Again, this is all just very par the course. This is like a bread sandwich with butter. This is something you've tasted before, and you're not very fond of it, and you're sort of you're peeking in between the buns, hoping that there's something else there, and there's nothing there, right? It's a Big Mac minus the big and minus the Mac. You're literally just eating bread. And then she got an artifact, because why not, right? Who doesn't want an artifact for a tier 2 character? Said no one ever. And it's the Spider-Man dodge artifact, which is, again, pretty cool, but I don't care, and no one else cares, and you can see that by the react. Like you know, it doesn't take a wizard here to see that the reactions are bad, and it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate because a character like Echo is really cool and really unique, and to see a character that's cool and unique get the shaft like this and sort of be associated with sort of like a lazy garbage update is worse than usual, right? Like if this was a you know, it's just kind of a waste, man. If you're gonna do this, why not do it for a character that already has uniforms? Like, why not do this for someone else entirely? Why Echo? I don't know, man. This really, I would love for someone to make sense of this for me in the comments down below. So if you've posted your seething rage comment and you then want to follow it up with something more constructive, please hit me up, because I'm really looking at my Lego blocks right now and having a hard time putting together anything that resembles anything else besides a giant middle finger. Yeah, man. I don't really know what to say. I mean, I do know what to say. I'm just trying not to say that. But yeah, the updates really have to be better than this. You know, even if the game, okay, listen, if the game, I'm not saying the game is slowing down. I'm certainly not saying the game is shutting down. I've always maintained that this game is better than it may appear at times. And we've had updates like this. We've had slow months like this, and the game always rebounds. You know, we'll probably forget about this right now conversation we're having. We'll forget about this lull in 2 months when the anniversary lands. However, despite all of that, if the updates are slowing down in terms of the quantity, the devs have to do a better job of balancing things out. You know, it's just this update, the 2 weeks for one character, let alone 2 weeks for a character that you can't even use in all of the content, is borderline asinine. It really is, because basically it's like making a whole big fuss for nothing, right? It's like, hey, all the employees, please come to the break room. We have an exciting announcement. And you get up out of your chair, you stop your work, you pause your whatever, right? You lose your train of thought on whatever work you were doing, right? Productivity goes to zero. Everybody stands up, everybody goes over, and then the boss is like, here's a donut that you can all split into 20 equal pieces. And half of you groan and half of you roll your eyes, and then everybody just walks away like, that was a waste of time. Why not just do nothing? Nothing would have been better. I'm not saying nothing would have been better in this case, but it's pretty close. It's unfortunately it's pretty close. So yeah, man, I don't really get it. I really don't get it. They have to have had more than this, right? It's just like, throw me a frickin' bone, man. Really, we're getting another Wenwu? Damn, dude. They gotta knock this crap off. They really gotta knock this crap off. There's just yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. So yeah. I usually do a stream. I'm not doing a stream, bro. I usually do a stream for these mid-month updates on Twitch. I'm not doing a stream for a one character, especially a tier 2 character. There's no way in hell. I would really like to, because I think Echo's really cool, but no. They have to know. They really got to hear the groans and the moans this time, and they got to stop kicking the can. It really feels like they're kicking the can down the road. I don't know. Maybe this is the maintenance. Here, I'll give you one Cynicalex speculation special. The CSS. I'll give you a CSS here. Maybe this is the maintenance mode team that's been here since December, since January, and they're just kicking the can down the road. And they're like, man, we're just struggling here. When is the real team getting back? The real team is over in MFR trying to put out the fire with the extinguishers. Like, man, this game came out 6 months ago. Holy beep, right? Maybe that's the case, and maybe the glorious team that gave us so many amazing updates last year is going to come back and be like, bum ba da bum 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 bum, and you know, March is going to be insane, and we're going to be like, and then April's going to be like, oh my god, but maybe not, and then maybe they keep kicking the can down the road. Hopefully not, though, so I can not make these videos again. As fun as they are, I'm hurting deep down. So yeah, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of the echo chamber. And yeah, when you put the microphone to the garbage, what do you hear? Thanks so much for watching. Smash the like button, not the dislike button. It's not my fault. Or do it, whatever. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.